today on day one.
Yeah, in an upset, I think, from Max and a bunch of really good games. Ooh, what do you think about the Civ matchup here?
We will start in the blue trunks here on kind of the western side. DauT is actually going for Persians. And on the other side, Mr. Yo is going for Mayans. Kind of the more expected, safer choice. But Persians, is that kind of a counter? I'm a bit surprised, but Persians completely got changed now.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they're overall a stronger Civ. You have the late game option of going for those trash bows. And they're just have always been a solid Civ, but I think they've been bumped up to probably a top 10 Civ on most maps now.
It feels like it now. Faster working TCs in Dark Age means more villagers, faster going into the next age. You already have the extra food and wood, so there are good openings, especially because you want to build the men-at-arms against, well, all the potential metal civilization build-ups.
And I do notice how close they are to each other. The bases are very, very close. So if you're going men-at-arms, it's going to be more effective than if you were on like the other side of the map. There's also a number of golds in the middle there, so that may be important later in the game. There's 3 secondary golds, all down the middle. Luckily for each player, they've got the back golds safe, and they've got some stone options safe as well. So I think for DauT, I think it's probably going to be an easier wall-off. I'm not so sure about that lumber camp that he made. But
it feels weird on multiple levels, right?
Yeah,
it is super efficient, and DauT probably saw that and thinks, okay, I don't need to build a second lumber camp this game.
But you could get trapped in there real easy.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to make sure you cut like the tree at the bottom quickly, so you get a path through.
Or maybe even wall the right-hand side here in between the wood lines that he has to walk a bit faster. But if he feels like retreating the left-hand side, that's basically like playing settlers here. Stone, berries, gold, wood, all in one screen.
Yep. Yeah, he could wall like this entire corner of the map fairly quickly, actually, if he really wanted to. The downside with Persians is that once you're in Castle Age, it's kind of like your opponent knows exactly what you're going for, right? You only have the one option. You can go Knights, or you can go maybe like Knight Siege.
We have not seen longswordmen from Persians yet, although they will be better, but still you cannot really attack further there. I think that's just the way to go. Thanks for the $50 flying in here as well. And, well, now we have the timings. The boars are coming in on both sides.
So what are we going to see from Mr. Yo here?
4 on wood, man-at-arm opening is very likely. His goal is so close. I think he's a guy who just starts with 3 man-at-arms into double archery range. I think the bigger question mark is really on DauT's side. Man-at-arms, maybe scouts, scouts into skirms. We'll figure that out. DauT only 3 on wood, but that's still Persians. You have the 50 extra wood, so that could still be a man-at-arm opening. Most civilizations, 3 on wood is the intel. He is going for scouts, but yeah, he still has all tech choices. Yo, with a pretty solid scout off here, should see a lot of the map. Indeed is now squeezing through here, and we'll have a pretty good idea of how things looking.
I think DauT has seen Mr. Yo as well, so they both know. Has he spotted him? Yes, he saw one house. So they both know how close they are to each other. They're going to find the exposed resources and figure out exactly where to go with their men-at-arms. Usually with men-at-arms, like, players are a bit farther away from each other, so you have a slightly, like a smaller window to do damage with them. But on maps like this, maybe it extends an extra 20-30 seconds, where you can really put the hurt on with men-at-arms.
Yeah, that's
And then there's always the potential when you're this close to send a villager forward if your rush is going well.
Yeah.
You know, you see some exposed resources, maybe even just 1 or 2 villagers make a tower.
Yeah, and those Chinese players are so famous for doing that. And DauT not really taking that into consideration because he's building the second lumber camp forward as well.
Why is he building the second one? What about the first one? I thought we were going to do just one lumber camp.
We were fine with one lumber camp, right?
Yeah, it was efficient. Yeah.
Like, look at those 5 villagers. Like, they could easily go for a second one. But, yeah, not really adjusting to it. Probably knew his strategy beforehand. Is going up with pop 20 here. Although he built houses to 30, something we don't see too often. Mr. Yo is just playing the pop 22 opening and is going for militia here. Is that a drush? Oh, isn't that a late drush?
Yeah, and like they're so close. It just seems weird to me. But he is getting all the walls down, so he's just planning on delaying as much as he can.
Look at that, it's 7 on wood, so that's not a Drush into flush. This is a Drush FC.
But look at how small his base is, though.
This is MBL style.
If DauT comes forward with like a tower to support,
yeah, someone behind here.
Yo's gonna struggle big time.
He is kind of trying to play out of a matchbox here.
Yeah.
That's so weird. Okay, DauT is now rushing his stable up with 2 villagers. Pretty close, everything together here. He's going for the wood upgrade. Cannot afford the farm upgrade at the moment because of wood is what I assume. Indeed, we'll probably squeeze that out and then queue up some more.
And here comes the Drush in. So I think what Yo is trying to accomplish with this Drush is just delay as long as possible.
Yeah,
get his walls up, get his eco running. He probably won't engage with this. He's just going to distract the units from DauT. Fortunately for DauT, I think if he walls this back area, the Drush won't be able to do very much at all.
Okay, let's go into the point of view of DauT here and see what he sees. And yeah, he doesn't really have a good idea. Scouts are now being produced, and I'm not sure where he will send those. And as you said, those militia are just here for starting time, and so far, DauT gets no idea what Yo is really going for, though DauT scouted a lot of walls.
I think if you're DauT, you don't even engage the militia. You have walls, like what are they going to do? They're going to run under your TC.
Yeah.
I mean, as long as you're paying attention, well, as long as you're paying attention, you know, then you should be fine. But we are talking about DauT here, so we'll see what happens. He's sending the scouts to the north. Is he creating more scouts?
I don't see anything on the tap.
No.
2 more villagers here. He has only 40 food. Farms aren't really flying in time. He will just hit the walls. Militia are now squeezing through at the left-hand side of the map, though.
Oh, and that one unwalled section. DauT hadn't scouted that perfectly, so he wasn't sure whether that was a full tree line or not, but you gotta make sure in these situations. And he's still not making scouts.
He's adding an archer range. Yeah, maybe he saw the full walls.
And he's just adapting.
Yeah, but yeah, more scouts aren't doing anything, right? They would actually be good walling or helping out against the Drush, but DauT doesn't have no idea that this is still happening. Now tries to re-wall on the left-hand side.
Oh, let's hope that villager doesn't get caught out there.
That's not unlikely. But Yo, for the moment, chilling. Not really sure what he wants to do. 3 militia and an eagle can snag 1-2 villagers. Just maybe something I've never seen before.
Man at arm upgrade, maybe?
After
Is it worth
clicking
it?
Castle Age, could be an option.
I mean, if you're in his base, then you could possibly do damage. But DauT, when was the last time he had vision on these guys? He probably has no idea where they are.
Not in ages. I think here at the top or something. Maybe we'll go into the double POV, take a look how active Yo is taking a look at that. And, well, Yo is still clicking them. Now it wants to move in. DauT with the defense. He is only there looking at his skirms. Has no idea, and they will come in any second. Attacking the villager, and DauT, he cannot pull this away.
He's got to delete the mining camp.
Ooh. Still, 1 villager down, another 100 wood lost, and Yo pretty much found a picture-perfect timing.
Yeah. The Drush is worth it now. 100% worth it. And he's just delaying DauT even more from going up. Oof.
Okay, now built the mining camp at the exact same spot here, Mr. DauT. And feels like, okay, that's a good spot. Militia didn't lose any HP either. Most of the time, if they engage there, it's sometimes closer to the TC. And DauT, he has another villager stuck here, and he is trying to fight himself out. Bam! Going down as well.
2 villagers to
down.
a Drush. Oh, what a disaster for DauT so far. And it's accomplished everything that Yo wanted it to accomplish.
Yeah, he has to be so happy with that. Scouts are still in the back. Skirmishers couldn't pressure at all. And we were really close during that fight.
I was looking at your screen. I was like, whoa.
Definitive edition. I got a bit overexcited with the scroll, the zoom wheel there. Okay, what are the next steps here for DauT? He has 400 food, 150 gold. Yo on the other side, already 50% up to Castle Age, went double archery range, and we will see a lot of crossbows from him.
And the response from DauT is going to be skirmisher or knights.
Or both.
Or both.
Yeah.
Or siege.
Siege? And, well, with the short distance, Siege makes so much sense. If you think about like something over here or over here, you can either easily have the Mangonel defending your home base and also like one screen away and you're already knocking at the front door of your opponent.
Yep. Siege is also, like, if you're not building up army and your opponent has numbers, Siege is a really quick way to get back into the game against Crossbow. So it might be an option for him. He's got 3 skirmishers right now, and he's not queuing up anymore.
Well, he just clicked up to Castle Age, so wanted to save that food, is now up 12%, queues up some more skirms, goes for fletching, a bit late on that end, but...
Forward Siege Workshop, I think coming in from Yo here.
Ooh, yeah, the Villager is dropping it now. Did add another new Eagle, something we don't see too often. Maybe for scouting, maybe for some countering against all the skirmishes, and now DauT getting punished for his very open woodline.
Yeah, and I'd like to see DauT start to wall to the north side of the map. I mean, he's got this side of his base pretty secure. He can delay there as soon as he hits Castle Age. But if Yo tries to loop around to the north, it's really, really exposed up there.
Indeed, and that's blocking the woodline again. We only have one layer of palisade wall on both sides. But I think Yo, he will just try to break through that front area. And DauT, he doesn't have any villagers close by. And those crossmen and Castle Age, completely undefendable.
And DauT is forced to drop a defensive tower against this, and...
That's not pretty.
No, you'd like to see the walls instead come up there. I mean, much more efficient than the tower. That means that DauT's going to have to go take stone to make a second TC. He can't just boom behind this. He's going to have to go into military to defend against this.
Yeah. And if we go like 1 TC against 1 TC, it feels so much more natural for a Mayan player compared to a Persian player who needs a massive eco to go, for big
all of the Persian options are just incredibly expensive.
Ooh, but we have a nice catch here, cutting off the reinforcements.
I always love to see this. This is what you have to do when you know your army can't be effective at your own base. You have to go behind and try and catch those reinforcements.
Okay, and DauT apparently having some issues here. Yeah. Goes outside. Overlay guy is running, as we can see up top there.
Tactical water drink for Mr. Yo.
Makes a lot of sense.
Good micro.
Let's see, so Yo is now going into his option. Okay, they're saving apparently, or are they? Okay, sitting down. That is weird. They're both still in-game.
Looking at the screen. Okay.
They both didn't... Did DauT drop? Ah, DauT just dropped.
Okay.
Ah. Okay, so our option after a drop is that we cannot spectate, right?
It didn't work yesterday, but...
Okay. Can we? We cannot.
We cannot because you need.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we will just cast POVs from here on.
I think this is going to be 1 TC for a little while here, so it should be easier to track.
Yeah,
POV
it
shouldn't be a problem.
Intense. Yeah. So let's go into our scene. And so what's happened so far? We had the Drush being way more efficient than a Drush normally should be, killing quote-unquote a mining camp and 2 villagers.
DauT, realizing that Yo was fully walled in, didn't go into military, like at all. He only went 1 scout. And then losing those 2 villagers, like his eco is so far behind where Yo's is. And he had the scout build to go up early. Yo had the Drush build to have a stable eco once he got to Feudal Age. Gets to Castle Age faster. Now he's got a Forward Siege Workshop. Now DauT's got to build a counter tower, can't boom behind. I think DauT is definitely on the back foot in this game, 100%.
Yeah. Like, crossmen are now knocking at his door. If Overlay guy is still around, I would love to have him come over here. And yeah, I think the army count should also be like 7 skirmishes or something now against 10, 12 crossbowmen. It's going to be really ugly for DauT to defend. Had to build the defensive tower. I think he will not take immediate damage, but Yo was completely untouched all game long.
And you hate to see that when you're the Civ that's not favored in the matchup.
Can we hit the POV of the Ganton screen?
Okay. Sorry, guys. We're just getting this all set up.
And yeah, they should just play their normal game. And, well, that looks all good. They're launching into it, restoring an option for the E. We still haven't really figured out how to spectate a restored game, but here we go. The action continues.
So Yo's got quite a few crossbows now. He's got that mangonel out. He's going for a monastery too, because he's anticipating, I think, the knights coming out from DauT, or even if he sees some siege, maybe go into some eagles as well to counter that. Eagles trying to clean up the skirms there, but the skirms are doing work.
He also saw that his opponent was rushing out the defensive tower at the gold, meaning there were a lot of unprotected villagers. So unlikely that his opponent is actually going for a mass amount of skirms, and therefore the Monk defense makes so much more sense.
As we saw the mass amount of skirms.
Well, those are 5 left
just
over
for a second, just for a second. I think we can maybe check DauT's point of view, see what his composition is. We transition over.
And yeah, well, I think we are on DauT POV now. Overlegger will give us the scene as well. And, well, DauT is trying to run away with his skirmishers. Needs to get away from those mangonel shots.
And he's got a few knights now, so maybe he could pick off that mangonel. Yo's going to be extremely careful about that, and he's going to get the monk into play as well.
Yeah, he absolutely will. Like, Yo can still pressure from this right-hand side area here, right? DauT is running on the hill.
Yep.
And, well, when do you think Elite Skirmishes could be a reasonable upgrade? Or is it already too late?
Does he have enough, though? Like, with the mangonel out on the field, with the monks coming in... Elite Skirm is always an upgrade where it's kind of like... It's a huge risk, high reward kind of upgrade, because it puts your eco so far behind.
Is that so? Okay. Most of the time feel it's absolutely worth it, but yeah, I can see like with 6 skirmishes, like you can't engage even with the 6 elite skirmishes in that thing. And oh god, look at that beautiful crossbowman blocking the woodline so nicely. DauT did go on the left-hand side though, but yeah, will take ages till he can get a second TC up.
Yeah, for DauT, the problem is he's never going to be able to push out. Yo can decide which side. Like, he can go right side, he can go top side, he can go left side, he can pressure wherever he wants, and DauT's just going to be reacting here. We can see both of the player POVs. Yo is taking down that stable, and he's going to engage with the crossbows. Are those elite skirms now?
Yes, they are.
Okay, they are elite skirms for DauT, so still don't think he can win that fight.
Especially without the knights now.
But he can push it back a little bit.
He did send them to the front, so no fight against
Oh, if there was a hole there on Yo's base.
No, Yo even checked at home, but he's super safe. And yeah, he's not really fearing too much pressure. Now should honestly get a lot of conversions there. Knights with such a low line of sight. DauT is looking at the left-hand side. Now he sees the conversion, tries to run away. I'm not sure if that's going to work. Against the mangonel, it's going to be tough as well. 8-1 conversion.
And how many mangonels does Yo have out on the field right now? Just one?
I see only one, yeah. We're continuing with Crossman. Maybe we'll jump into the POV of Mr.
Good
Yo.
mangonel shot there from Yo. I saw a bunch of skirmishers go down. That's really, really going to help him. I think 3 or 4 skirmishers dying there. And the converted knight as well. The converted knight is just huge.
Oh, Yo now close to 20 population ahead, and I think he's playing this pretty beautifully. Crossman number is still pretty high. And all of them with an incredible amount of HP as well. Monks behind this, Mr. Yo now adding a second TC even.
I think he's super comfortable in this position. He knows that DauT is probably just 1 TC, trying to defend, not attacking his base at all. And this little base that we were unsure about before is working out so well for him.
Yeah.
He's just so compact, he doesn't have to worry about his eco at all.
Yeah, but we said this map looks so weird because if DauT gets the aggression... Oh,
That's a risky gate there. You saw the knights over there.
What happened?
You saw them over there. They're on that side. And you just put a fountain. Like, why not put it behind and then delete the wall?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that was a ballsy move. Maybe he knew that the knights were away, or maybe he thought, yeah, if the knights are coming in, my monk is around there, and would love to see a TC there. But he builds it a bit more defensively, probably next to the stone. Next step could maybe be thinking about a castle.
And how does DauT respond to a castle?
Alt F4.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too. And they're so close, like it's not even that risky to go forward with a castle in the middle there to secure map control. DauT finally placing the second TC. Okay, so he's going to try and get his eco back on track here, but he is losing the stable, so no more knights for the time being until he builds another one. The skirmishers trying to hold on. I love the Ram edition from Mr. Yo, because it forces, it's not only taking down the stable, it forces the knights to come out and engage, which he can snipe with the crossbows, and the skirmishers are going to do no damage to it whatsoever.
Yeah, what do you think about DauT adding a Siege Workshop now? Feels like
I think it's like way too late for that. If he was going to go for Siege Workshop, he should have done it earlier. Should he not?
like, yeah, I would have loved to see it earlier. The question is, why did he not add it earlier? Maybe he didn't have the wood control because he was pushed back at the right-hand side so much. Knights are now coming back home, but his CC, well, he lost some villagers. Knights are trying to dive in, but, well, need to retreat as well. DauT can't take any engagements.
No, I don't see what's his victory condition here. He has to hope that Yo throws away his army.
Oh, but that's not really Yo's style.
That's not Yo's style at all, no. And Yo can do...
Oh, but the skirmishers just ate a big shot here at the left-hand side, and he's not... okay, he's pulling them back. Lost 3 there. Lost a lot of HP behind this as well. Massive amount of idle villagers now. Look at that, 9.
The skirms aren't fighting with the knights either at the moment. Like, it's just... Ooh.
Going for the defensive siege workshop finally, but Mr. Yo, he is sitting at over 90 population. DauT in the 60s there. Tries to snag the monk. Probably not going to happen, and yeah... Oh, God, look at those farms.
Yeah, they're not the greatest players of all time. Oh my God, no.
Yeah, he's under pressure. Like you had 20 years to learn how to play his farm.
So Yo can basically...
Oh, running with the skirmishes on the
God.
TC. Ay, ay, ay. Okay, now passing to the left-hand side, and... Well, the pressure just continues. DauT luckily has double the HP on his town centers.
Yeah, it's hard to push or Mangonel push a Persian player. So that's one benefit, at least. He's dropping a market now, so he can balance his eco a bit. He's got a ton of gold. And Yo can do whatever he wants here. I love the outpost, too, so he can know what's coming. You always need that when you have, like, Mangonels potentially exposed. And DauT's going forward with his army. Okay, so he realizes that he can't take a straight-up fight, so he's going to force Yo back. Or hopefully force Yo back to defend his base and take some pressure off his own base. Which I think is probably the only play that DauT can make at the moment.
Yeah, and actually a pretty good one.
Yep.
At the moment,
He sees the Mangonel.
gets the reaction that he wanted.
And he's killing some crossbows.
At home.
Dropped a 3rd TC as well.
DauT's macro.
And this is where the small base from Yo kind of hurts a little bit. Because everywhere that DauT goes with those elite skirmishers, he's going to find something. He's going to find a villager... or the stone, or the gold to hit. So,
and Yo's army is kind of designed to make a one-dimensional push, and yeah, just fight.
4th TC now for DauT.
4th TC for DauT?
4th TC for DauT.
Oh, such a boomer, man.
Such a boomer.
But Yo, enough stone in the bank now to go for the forward castle. We'll see where he builds it.
DauT can't take an engagement.
With 3 knights? That's pretty damn good against all the skirms.
Yep, DauT was very generous with his knight contributions. I don't think he should be taking this fight, because as soon as he loses this military, Yo goes back to his base. Yeah. I think you need to stall as long as possible. And here comes the castle, right on those 2 secondary golds. I think they're both DauT's golds.
I think so as well.
Yeah, very, very unfortunate.
Or is there? No, there's one of DauT. That's one of Yo's and one of DauT's. DauT has one at the top.
So I guess Yo's other one is in the middle of the map there.
Yeah, both of them pretty open. And, well, Yo, it won't take him too long to maybe even get a second cast up if we look at 17 villagers on stone and 450 in the bank already.
And is that one going to be even more forward, or do you see it to the north-hand side?
It has to be more forward. Okay. Just control the stone area. That's an important hill here as well.
He also sees that TC from DauT, too, so maybe...
And also something he has to assume
is that a castle?
Oh, that's going to be interesting.
DauT! Will we see a denied castle here?
3 Mangonels, 4 Mangonels around. Skirmishes are going down. Crossmen are going in. I think those are enough percentages on the TC, on the castle. Oh, and DauT is forced back. This is so brutal, and he just has to retreat there. Villagers are dying. Mangonel is coming over, but look at that. Military count is at 2 at the moment. Those are the only 2 units, the 2 Mangonels.
He's going to try micro knights with Mangonels. Oh, DauT. And the castle's at 62%. And he calls the GG. I feel like he needed to... Well, he needed to have a plan, number one. Because it seemed like he didn't have one at all. He let those militia in as well. He didn't realize they were in his base. He was a bit slow reacting with the mining camp delete. Couldn't get the villager back. Lost another one on the berries. And then just got snowballed by the superior civ.
Yeah, that was ugly. Like, it's obviously so easy if you do one mistake very early on, and play against an opponent that doesn't do any mistakes to look bad the whole game long, right? You always have these inferior army, you always have less map control. The one counterattack DauT started was instantly shut down as well. So, yeah, I think if he just scouts the militia, clears it up with 3 scouts, we can go into a normal game.
Yeah, yeah. And you never want to be, like, you just never want to be on the back foot with Persians against Mayans.
Yeah, that's not how they're
a bad situation to be in.
Yeah, I absolutely agree.
So 1-0 for Yo. I think that was a pretty convincing game 1 from him. And now we're going to be going into DauT's home map, which is probably going to be, is he going to go for islands first, or is he going to go for Regicide Fortress?
Regicide Fortress.
Okay.
He goes for his home turf. And the question is, what civilization will he pick? Because Mr. Yo, without the option of Mayans now.
I think DauT will go Mayans, probably.
And what is Mr. Yo going for? Chinese?
Yeah, probably. Unless you're planning on picking Chinese on... Well, Chinese you could pick Valley or Sealants as well. What was that? That's a big play. We saw the Bulgarians yesterday from DauT. And now we're seeing...
What is that? What's the strategy there?
We have to whisper so that Yo doesn't hear.
I don't really so.
Look, he's checking the tech tree.
He's going through the tech tree now. This is so weird. Look at. I'm not allowed to change the POV. Okay.
He's checking the tech tree to see what the Civ gets. Oh boy.
But why would they be that good? Yo clicks in.
Relics. It's like Arena.
It's like Arena, if you say so. That's weird.
I'm super looking forward to this, though. I want to see what he can pull up.
Okay.
Is he expecting the Goth counter pick
He
too?
still didn't click in. Ready? He's going to the tech tree.
He's going
again.
to the tech tree for the second time.
Oh, this is so good.
Oh, DauT came prepared for this. I think. Just making sure. Okay. They have guard tower.
Okay, we have Cumans, by the way, from Mr. Yo.
Humans.
Yeah, that's the symbol of... So Mr. Yo is going for Cumans, and DauT is going for Lithuanians. Apparently.
2 new civs. That I haven't seen this matchup.
Yeah, neither did I.
Ever.
I have no idea why. Why Lithuanians should be so good there.
So humans are good because they can get that second TC up early in the feudal age. They get the villager advantage, and obviously it just snowballs from there.
Yeah, and you have like still stab lancers, you have kipchaks, and well, there's so much going on for you. But Lithuanians, DauT will have some repaired. And I was on the couch talking to Mr. Liereyy, and DauT was already having his cursor over it and asked Liereyy, like, what do you think about that, about my home map? So let's take a look into it. Mr. Yo is playing the Cumans. And on the other side, we have Mr. DauT going for Lithuanians here. And wow, that's going to be an interesting play.
So he's definitely going to prioritize. It's definitely a monk play to get those relics in, to get the extra attack. I can't see what else he's going to be going for in terms of unit composition other than cavalry.
Yeah, but Cumans would be so good. Extra TC, some scouts. You deny everything.
Yeah, and it's just, from Lithuanians, it's just such an obvious play what he's going to be doing. So maybe Yo does go for the scouts to get map control, to get the relics himself, to deny the relics, because he's going to be in feudal anyway for quite a while.
Yeah. Oh, this is so weird. Let's take a look at the relic position. So we have one pretty close to DauT, one at the top of the map, and Yo kind of in the favor when it comes to relic position. One in the very west, one neutral one, and one a bit closer to DauT. So I think if Yo goes for an extra TC and adds the stable at like pop 35, I think DauT won't get more than 2 relics.
Yeah, but I mean, DauT has to have thought of this situation. Like, what if my opponent goes stable? Go scouts. Or do you think
I would
he
have
hasn't?
actually ruled that out with any Civ except Cumans.
Okay. So, and there's no way Yo could have known he was going Lithuanian.
No.
No,
It's
there's no
such
way.
an obvious Malian's choice. If you go for some mind games, maybe
especially
he's
he's been playing it for the last what 15 years or something, the exact same way. So this is I don't know. I didn't think he could pull it off with Bulgarians in that Arabia yesterday, and he found a way. So maybe he can find a way with Lithuanians. Maybe we can see some more representation of the new civs, because we haven't really to this point. And this is obviously a new expansion, so we want to see them highlighted.
And yeah, that's what people have been saying, right? TaToH and DauT are the guys who prepare the best, and they can come up with strategies with the new civilizations. And we are now seeing, well, Lithuanians, yesterday, as you said, Bulgarians with a really nice play. And Yo, he's just rushing to Feudal Age. Look at that. Pop 17 up here. That's 1 king, 1 scout, and 15 villagers. And he will instantly drop a second TC. And where will he build it? Probably something close to the woodline, close to the berries indeed here. And at the moment, he's behind in villagers. But let's take a look in 5 minutes again.
Yeah, he'll catch up pretty quick. And if anyone's wondering why he can go up that quick, Regicide, you do start with more resources than a normal game, so you can afford to go up on, 17 pop.
Indeed, and you're just instantly starting with 12 villagers, so that's why we see such a crazy timing here at the 5-minute mark. Don't try this at home and try to compare yourself with that. Or just click Regicide or maybe Deathmatch, and then be happy how quickly you got into Feudal Age.
So DauT, on the way to Feudal Age as well. What's the pop for going up for standard?
24.
24, okay, so he's just going to go standard. Up to the next stage,
Is
and
he
then
doing, no, he's doing 22.
probably prioritize
Am I
relics
confused?
immediately.
Okay, yeah, that's a 150 food extra.
Yeah. Lithuanians. I'm going to pretend like I took that into account.
Okay, so that makes a lot of sense. He can go up a bit later. That will be a reasonable uptiming then. And, well, maybe with 3 on gold. No, that looks all pretty solid here. Has massive amount of resources, actually. He could have even up earlier. Market being dropped down. And also the blacksmith. Would have maybe liked to see a stable. That could be added later. Just for some more map control, because that's kind of what he wants to get to.
Do you even go just barracks? Like, you have the barracks already. Do you even just go a bunch of spears? Like, 2 spears for every monk?
That's so slow. And humans also faster with their scouts. They will just always snipe you. Like, he really has to hug the monk so that we don't get any.
It was made for it.
Yeah, the box formation. Yeah, actually.
You just only need
one
6
spearman.
spears. This is like that's like the ultimate noob level move, and then it could potentially be like the ultimate high level meta move.
Yeah. We protect.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, that's really good for DauT. He killed the scout for Mr. Yo. So that's a really, really good engagement, especially when you're going for relics. Getting the scout early is such a huge boost. We see it on Arena all the time, and yeah.
Am I confused? Yo has humans, right? So he can outrun the scouts of the Lithuanians player.
Yeah. I think he got stuck up there.
I think he took the hill advantage intentionally.
Yeah. I don't know.
Okay. 55% up to the Castle Age, and DauT actually collected some stone to go over 200. Will drop 2 TCs here as well. Already deleted the walls in the back. Knows that no aggression will come from a human player because he went up to Feudal Age so early. Will stay in Feudal Age for quite some time. Will have a strong eco, but no military. And as you can see, villager count already spiraling out of control. 22 to 35.
Yeah, that's the advantage of the humans. You get that second TC up early, and it's just you just motor along.
Oh, but look at that. He already has a solid amount of villagers on gold. That feels too much, honestly. Look at that. 6 villagers on gold if you only have 250 food. 21 farmers. So there won't be any scouts. I think he will just go Castle Age behind this.
Yeah, it looks like it.
And DauT, he won't punish him for that. The normal punishment for this greedy strategy with just going Castle Age with the second TC, no army, would be the mangonel aggression, maybe with some monks and some other units. But DauT's, well, he just goes for the boom, 1 monastery, and both players kind of playing the civilization how it's designed.
You know, maybe the punishment for it is getting all the relics, though. Perhaps. We'll see. It seems, I don't know, it does seem a bit slow.
Okay, Orndo, question to you. How are the upgrades on the halberdiers?
How are the upgrades on the halberdiers?
Yeah,
for who?
for humans.
I don't know.
Yeah, neither do I. That's why we need it on loop.
Takes a big man to say I don't know. I should have just made something up, you know. Yeah, I'll be like DauT. I'll just be checking the tech tree.
Okay, so let's just see how they will play this one out, and because that's kind of the army DauT has to go for now, right? Mass paladins / cavaliers with all the upgrades, maybe some skirmishers with that, and well, there will be some defense, but yeah, we will see. I think that's a matchup I've probably never seen in a competitive match before.
No, I haven't seen this at all, especially on this map. Just not expected. And I like how DauT's going for the far relics first, before Yo can get out any sort of counter unit. Yo does have a stable. He's making a scout now. So that's very, very good for him to counter, but he's housed. So gonna delay a little bit. And DauT is gonna walk right into the line of sight
of the
nice
gate there.
Nice, man.
But Yo, look at his unfortunate scouting. He only knows about that one relic. That's actually, funnily enough, the most important one to know about at the moment. And scout waypoint is going into the other direction. So he might not have seen the monk here?
Yeah. Sometimes you can see it in your line of sight, but maybe the player doesn't notice it, right? So
now he's going to the other direction.
Shifting.
Yeah,
okay. Now he's shifting.
He sees the monk again. That's why. Now he's in the line of sight of the tower. Okay. So that was fortunate. DauT also scouting. Did he actually see all 5 relics? He is seeing all 5. So that's good for him.
Okay.
We'll snag the one at the very top.
Yeah, and Yo, I don't think Yo has line of sight on the one at the top, does he?
Ooh, conversion here. Let's take a look. Will it happen? It looks like Yo will get the kill. Oh yeah, unfortunate stuff for Mr. DauT there. That would have been a 6-star if he gets the conversion there and the relic grab.
Yeah, and Yo's got another scout out at the top of the map, and he's going to be exploring around for that monk. DauT's got to get that relic back quickly to his base. Does he have another monk on the way? No, so he's only got 1 monk at the moment, grabbing relics.
That's not too pretty. He did pull all villagers away from his gold and didn't queue up another monk. That's so weird. With 146 gold in the bank, that has to be a mistake.
Yeah.
Okay, so we all agreed. Okay, Summer Farms being put down by DauT. He did catch up quite nicely when it comes to villagers. Only 5 behind now. Yo is playing it with 2 TCs for now. Is in Castle for quite some time. I'm a bit surprised by that. Didn't go for any stone. Is he rushing this to Imp?
No, he's laying the 3rd TC down outside his base.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay. Fletching now all the resource or the upgrades here, as you can see as well, and Kipcheck production rolling. He will get a lot of map control with that.
He's got to lead us.
Oh,
there we go. So not the greatest unit, but it is better than scouts for sure, and I think it's better in a straight-up engagement against a Kipjack as well.
And now +1 attack here, and most people think like, oh wow, he already got forging, but no. We have a relic dropped off here in that monastery. Would love to get all 5 to get the +5 attack. We will see about that. Should he go for Latest or should he go for Cavaliers in the long run?
I think he should probably go for Cavaliers. But right now, obviously, he's got the castle, so he's just going to make a few of those to protect his monks coming out. Actually dropping another TC in the south, and Yo sees it with a scout. Going to be a bit annoying there. Yo also has a scout in the relic at the relic in the middle, so he knows exactly what DauT's game plan is. And now he's heading out with some Kipjack archers. Now, I'm not sure how good these things are now. It's kind of a bit rough. Oh yeah, losing a villager to the lion is never something you want to see.
Uh-oh, now the Kipchacks are coming over. Dave!
No, this might be a DauT TC as well. Oh, jeez.
And we shouldn't have Loom, right? No Loom!
No Loom for DauT!
Oh god, that's so brutal. And suddenly Yo is 10 villages ahead. That TC won't go up. The latest won't do anything. And that was such a great pick-off by our Chinese.
That was really good scouting from Yo to keep his scout over on that side of DauT's base, and it paid off for him big time.
Oh god, and another villager dies, and he's going for more. DauT still without Loom. Oh, only finishing it now. Oh, that was 2-3 unnecessary ones followed.
DauT going for skirmishers as well. which is a very interesting choice here. I don't know if I agree with it, but it's something for sure.
Well, they're incredibly good against Kipchaks. Like Kipchaks, especially without.
But you're never going to be able to catch him. That's the problem. If you're going skirms early.
Speaking of catching. Yeah, you're absolutely right. So maybe he pushed through the center. His economy isn't the greatest. His resources aren't indicating that he will be up to Imperial Age too quickly either. I'm scared for DauT.
Yeah, after all this effort, he has 1 relic. That's it.
Oh god.
Just 1 relic, a denied TC. I mean, they might even with the attack rate on those Kipchaks, they might even kill the TC.
Mm-hmm. And we
paused by
have Yo dropping now.
Oh.
So they're taking turns.
POV?
Finally, some
yes,
POV
some
casting.
POV.
Let's go.
Haven't done it yet this game.
Let's quickly take a look over the map to see what we are at. So 10 more villagers, as we said, for Mr. Yo. 3 TCs
60.
against. It's
Oh,
back.
it's back.
Oh,
We're
he
back.
Oh, we have this. We have the screens open here, and he was on the desktop, so
Yeah.
he just tapped for something. That was weird. Okay.
He's looking at the tech tree again. So the skirmishers are coming over to deal with the Kipchaks, attacking the TC. The TC is about to go down at the moment.
Oh, still doing a lot of HP here.
Yeah, they fire fast, man. Chukudai.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ballistics now on the way as well for Mr. DauT. Another Monk, more skirmishes. And yeah, before Ballistics, he shouldn't really get any kills. And even after that, as you said, Yo can just run away.
Yo's actually mixing in, he mixed in a knight as well to deal with the skirmishers. Unfortunately, he lost it to DauT's castle, but now he's going to defend that area and maybe go out and finish that TC, although Yo's going to keep coming back there for more, I think.
I think so as well.
Super exposed area of DauT's economy.
And I honestly think Mr. Yo is now going for the tech switch here. I wouldn't be surprised if we see now mass step lancers sending villagers to the front, and indeed we have more stables and going full skirmishers against step lancers.
Mm-hmm.
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 No.
No. That's not really going to work
No,
well
but
for Mr. DauT.
you know, DauT might get this relic in the middle if Yo isn't careful.
Wait, comeback chance!
Yeah, there we go.
Skirms +2.
Plus 2, man. Plus 2.
Not plus, okay,
underrated.
Okay, so now Kipchak's moving forward, but as we said earlier, well, we get 1 kill, we get 2 kills, but Yo just moving out here, and what? Okay. Oh, I think it will just be 5 step lancers, and then DauT has to go deep, deep, deep back in his base, and oh no, the Monk dies as well.
What is that, the 4th monk this game, I think?
Feels like it,
yeah. And that's another knight that Yo made just to come out and try and snag that monk as it was going back. I like the monks from Yo too, healing the Kipchaks, making sure his army is completely ready to go. DauT has so many skirmishers now. And they're just like...
Yeah. But skirmishers are skating so horribly in long games.
Yeah.
And, well, now they're already getting wrecked. Step lancers +2 attack. Yeah, they're not the greatest damage output anymore after the big balance patch mid-December. But, well, they're still good enough to kill skirmishers.
Mm-hmm. And Yo's in Imperial Age now, so he can start upgrading his units. He knows that DauT wants that relic.
Yeah.
And
ooh,
it's a race, boys! Oh, feels bad, man.
And you know, all this game long, we had DauT trying to get relics, and well, 25 minutes later, we have 4 relics for Yo, 1 relic for DauT.
Yeah, exactly. And his whole strategy was tailored towards getting relics. Like,
yeah.
it's so sad. So sad to see. And DauT, not the right unit composition at the moment. He really needs to mix it up. He's dropping more archery ranges.
That can't be right. Well, he still sees Kipchaks, but he also saw step lancers.
Mm-hmm. And he saw some knights mixed in too. Like,
weird choices for sure. Now we're getting +4 defense here for Mr. Yo, and follow that up with a +1 attack. Yo still with a lot of map control. Something we didn't mention is where are the extra golds? One on the right hand side, one, well, somewhat no man's land closer to Mr. Yo, so somewhat fair in that regard.
so DauT's not ahead on map control, he's not ahead on military, and he's, well, he is ahead in numbers, but not composition. And he's not ahead on villagers. And not on relics. So he's going to have to pull.
I think he's up in
something
confidence.
here. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, maybe. He is taller than Mr. Yo, so that's something.
Okay. Well, let's see how long the numbers will last here, because that could be a pretty ugly engagement. As we said, Step Lancers now, they, I think, only take one single damage with against all the skirmishers.
And
Castle
the
here
Kipjacks
will go up.
heading in on the right-hand side of DauT's base as well. Potential for some raids. Divide DauT's attention. The castle's going to go up for sure.
Yeah, it will be the defense. He will hold there. He will have enough control with the gold. And, well, we now even have elite Step Lancers, and the traps are shooting. What's the next step here for DauT?
I think he's making Letuses as like a panic move. Like, I need some melee units. I don't think that's probably not the ideal thing that he wants to do, and I don't think he can engage against those traps either. Now he's going to have to clear up those Kipjacks with skirmishers, dividing his army.
Yeah, I think he didn't even need to send 25 skirmishers here, right? The 2 were already doing good enough of a job, but, well, what are the other 20 doing at the front?
Yeah. Forward castle from Mr. Yo. I think he's going to be placing. He's coming forward with a bunch of villagers.
And how many resources does he have? Well, yeah, placing a tier. And Step Lancers, they're going for a lot of defense. I think DauT is now the guy who kind of is forced into halberdiers here, right?
Well, he's got to do something. At this rate, he's just going to keep getting pushed farther and farther back. He'll get pushed off that gold at the front. His main gold is like really close to the wall. Can be ranged. He has no answer to the trebs at the moment. And we'll see the double POV here.
Well,
what is the plan? Yo is really focusing on map control at the moment.
fight for the stone. DauT is microing back. Still does some reasonable damage there. But we can see, like, it's just snowballing now for Mr. Yo. He's doing a very, very strong unit that is not facing any counters. So I think if we just get ever into the phase where Yo decides he wants to take the fight, I think he's just smashing DauT here.
And Yo actually going for another TC on the neutral gold and the stone. It's being ranged by DauT's castle, so that's not great. But at the fight at the middle, maybe DauT can kill these trebs.
Well, I'm not really sure why Yo is retreating here. Look
He
at
committed
Yo's
a lot.
resources as well. 1.6k food, 600 gold.
And he's not going to get the castle. DauT's actually going to win this fight. He's going to take down 4 trebuchets. He's going to save his castle.
And he is 25 population ahead. What is happening? He's raiding at the top as well. What is...
That was a throw by Yo. Like, it just seemed... You can't give up 5 trebs like that.
Oh god, that's so costly. Hallelujah. And, well, now Bombard Cannon's out, so that will do really well against the upcoming traps.
More archery ranges? Are the skirms the play against humans? I don't think so.
Apparently.
DauT knows something we don't, I guess.
Yeah, he teaches us ways, for sure.
Yeah.
Okay, guilds now. So Yo is happy with playing the very long game. He's getting the extra
look
gold
at the Step
here.
Lancer, sneaky at the top. Coming in that right-hand side.
And yeah, that's actually like, I need some marsh music here, like.
But the Step Lancer's in the middle, oh my goodness. Big engagement coming in. That's a lot of Step Lancers.
Yeah, and he is going for the full engagement here. Latest, not with the greatest upgrades. Only 1 attack, 1 defense upgrade, and Bloodlines. And those Step Lancers, they're just chewing through this.
Losing trebs again, though.
Uh-oh, yeah, the Bombard Cannons, that's what you said. Nice micro here by DauT, surely. But the overall population has to just plummet right in the back happening as well. And that's what we said. It was the calm before the storm this whole time. DauT is dropping below pop 130.
No reinforcements coming in from him either. And if he wants to counter this, he's going to have to mass like Helms, or he's going to have to mass some sort of melee unit because the skirms aren't cutting it.
Oh god, nothing is cutting it at the moment. Bombard Cannons are now going down as well. Trap goes down in exchange, but, well, Castle is taking damage, and Step Lancers, they're just reigning supreme, raiding at the bottom as well.
Yeah, raiding everywhere. They're on the left-hand side, they're on the right, they're at the top, underneath the castle. He doesn't even care at this point. Yo can get away with anything, I think, at this point in the game. We had a moment of uncertainty when he lost 5 trebs. Thought it might swing, but just the Step Lancer numbers just overwhelmed DauT.
Oh yeah, I think if he had the same amount of skirmishes in Halberdiers, that could have made a reasonable defense. But this way, he just got shreked, dropping down to pop 105, and he
below pop 100 now. It's not looking good at all for DauT. That's usually the moment in late game where you're thinking about resigning, and as we can see here, DauT is down 2-0 against Mr. Yo, and this was his home map. It didn't look good. I think when the player's looking at the tech tree before the game, I think that's a sign. That is a sign that things may not pan out the way he wants them to.
Now I kind of want DauT to win, so that you can ask him in the interview, like, DauT, what was the plan there? Because, like, mass skirmish defense there, +2/+2. His eco didn't really develop. And then, like, Step Lancers, like, the most imber unit. Yeah, we had a lot of nerfs for it, but still, it's strong enough. Just think of them as maybe Cavaliers, and then think about what would 50 Cavaliers do to 30 skirms.
You'd maybe lose like 2 caps. Maybe. That's what happened.
If the opponent micros well, yeah.
Yeah.
Let's take a look at the statistics together here. Oh, achievement scene already done by Overlay.
Hey,
he was like,
the salute. There you go. Something right.
Did my job.
There we go.
Nice misclick. Okay, KD. Well, we kind of saw it here. 90 more for Mr. Yo. Some ratings. We did have reasonable army numbers though.
Yeah, there was a decent mass of skirms that DauT got out there, but it's just not the right unit. You counter the Kipjacks, but we all know that Yo is not going to focus on Kipjacks. They're just not a great unit anymore. He's going to go for the Step Lancers.
But he did build like 10, 12 Kipjacks, and they did wonders. They did kill the TC.
Well, he caught the TC out, and then they killed some on the other side as well. And they killed the monks.
Monk snipes, yeah. And now look, I think the timeline really tells the story here. Very early Feudal Age, massive amount of Feudal Age by Mr. Yo, but so much light blue. His eco was just so good. Then started the army, and he never really fell down. And, well, I think we should just jump into the next game pretty soon. It will be the second home map of Mr. DauT.
All right, we are going into game number 2, which will be DauT's home map of islands. The civilizations here, it looks like we have Italians for Mr. Yo, and I believe that symbol is that Koreans for DauT? I'm still not down on this. Not up on the symbol. So it is Koreans for DauT here in the red. I wonder if he's going to go for that same false landing like he went against TaToH. I don't think he can get away with that twice with the mind games. So maybe he'll go for aggressive on water again into turtle ships, or aggressive on water into landing, or straight landing into turtle ships.
I really love turtle ships, but it's like the love from a mother to a child that isn't that smart. Like, you love it, but
ugly baby picture.
Something like that. Like you say, oh yeah, and you do some clickbait YouTube titles with it, but they aren't actually really something too useful.
So both players getting their ecos rolling. Not much to talk about at this point in the Islands game. Both players also have the option of docking the back of their islands. Plenty of deep fish there. Docking the front, also an option. I think as Koreans, you want to probably dock back because the Italians are going to be quicker in every sense in the island meta.
And also you want to dock at the front because you want to land and be a bit faster. But yeah, I think it makes more sense because Italian always has the control. So I think back dock from DauT, aggressive dock from Yo feels right to me.
DauT actually bringing in the boar with a villager. So it could mean something. A lot of the times when they lure the boar with the scout, it means that they're not going for a landing because they don't want to lose HP on that. So it could mean that DauT is probably going to go for a landing.
I'm not really sure if I'm ahead or behind you.
I don't know either. I don't even know who's controlling the screen right now.
You are.
I'm controlling the screen right now. Okay. As long as we got that figured out. DauT looks like he's going to go for a forward dock as well. So he's going to use this villager to build the house and then build the dock up in this position over here, which probably means transport ship because he wants to get it quicker to Yo's Island. But with DauT, you can never be sure. He is down 2-0, so maybe he wants to try something a bit drastic here to try and get back into this series. I don't think you can necessarily win meta game Koreans versus Italians.
Well, your ships are cheaper, but if we go mass fire galley against mass fire galley, you want to have those demos, and Koreans not having access to those means they can never win a longer feudal fight.
Yeah, they really, really struggle, especially against those masses of fire ships that'll come along after a while.
Yeah.
Both players scouting their islands, obviously, getting their first dock up. DauT actually had the dock quicker than Mr. Yo. That's interesting.
Well, both should have pretty similar economy, right? So at the start, no bonuses apply, and DauT had maybe a bit of a shorter walking distance. I think Yo was pretty even there as well. And yeah, if now you're DauT's coach, what strategy would you advise?
Well, he's got a fat island. There's two types of islands in islands. There's the skinny islands and there's the fat ones, all right? And the skinny ones are good because you get like generally more resources, but they're more exposed to Navy. So with the fat islands, what you can do is tower the whole thing and then drag the game out for 2 hours, and then eventually you'll lose, but it'll be a long game. So, and that's not my advice to him, but.
Okay, thanks for answering my question.
You're welcome. You're
Feels
welcome.
a bit like the Liereyy interview again.
Yeah.
Like, what were we talking about?
I think he needs to land over here near these golds and these stones. With a couple towers here, it could be really devastating. All of Yo's resources are in the same spot over here. So if you get one tower down as a foothold, you build another tower close, and then you just slowly start expanding across here. If Yo can't access his stones, there's nothing he can do to take it back.
Yeah, and it's also like if he gets 2 towers up in that direction, it's just blocking the wood line, and then he has to run to the top. So I think DauT getting 2 towers up in this screen kind of wins the game for him.
Yeah, if he gets them up like somewhere between this area. Yeah. And then obviously you expand out to the gold so that Yo can't even buy stone from the market. And it doesn't even matter if he wins water because he won't be able to push you back on land.
And DauT is indeed going for the
He's
transporter.
going to stone right away. He's sending villagers out to the transport ship.
How many though? 5 villagers plus the
you
scout?
can only fit 5 on a ship, DauT.
That's a bit weird. Sends 4 on stone also, and now there will be 1 idle. Or what's happening here?
Oh, and look at Mr. Yo. He's actually sending a fishing ship here.
Oh, goes for the scout. Well, that's actually pretty damn good.
Is he gonna see?
And DauT, look at her,
No, he's not
trying to
gonna
get
see.
on the ship. Look at okay, now she knows.
Yeah, she can't get on.
Yeah.
Oh, he's still trying though.
Okay. And now sailing away here. Okay.
Sailing away, but sailing right towards Yo's dock. Oh, right towards Yo's dock.
And he should
And he
see
sees
that.
it. Oh, he sees it, and DauT's just gonna sit there. DauT,
Oh, God,
don't sit in the line of sight. Disaster.
Would be so funny if DauT now on camera just tries to hide under the screen. Like, DauT.
Oh, he's at the other dock.
And you're sending another villager.
Oh,
so
no.
triple scout here, like, surprise!
Oh, and
Let's
Yo
go
has
double
to know.
POV. I want
Yeah.
to see how they're reacting to this.
DauT drops off his scout to try and figure out where he needs to go. He's in the right spot, you know?
Yeah.
He is in the right spot, but Yo has to be aware. He has to be looking at his map and saying, I cannot let towers go down in this location. And I think if he sees DauT start to invest on a tower, pull even more villagers over because you cannot allow it.
100% agree. You
Yeah.
cannot like underreact to this one. We kind of gave the winning condition here. And, well, let's take a look at the normal overview now. DauT is trying to find another angle, but that's going to be tricky. Did build a fire galley that actually could have a pretty reasonable spot for itself.
Yo gets the first hits now on it, and now he's got 2 attacking it. DauT knows where the docks are. Yo actually has 5 fishing ships. DauT only with 3 on shore fish, so Eco's really, really going to struggle, and he still has these idle villagers in this transport ship. I think this is looking This is looking extremely bad for DauT, especially since Yo put an outpost there. So he knows exactly what's going on in that area, and if DauT ends up putting a tower, he's going to know right away.
Yeah.
I think he got Town Watch too.
Yeah, looks like it. A lot of vision here. A lot of the upgrade is really, really good against tower rushes, against all forwards. And I think I wouldn't even mind if he built some more outposts, honestly.
Yeah, one near the stone, maybe, because he can't see all of that stone area. Would be very, very nice. Still hasn't killed the fishing ships from DauT.
Yeah.
But I don't think... Oh, DauT's in the middle island, though!
What?
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 Did he see too many 290 videos?
This is Fortress Islands. Maybe he'll make a couple ranges on this island, too.
Well, would be good for the transporter and just go over there all the time.
Oh, my goodness. Is this just like...
I think it's for the control, for the big fights. But honestly, like, what is the tower helping? It's like half the screen away, and
it doesn't
still
even hit the
tower
fish.
does nothing.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's hitting the... It's going to hit the fire ship, though, that comes out. So that's something. And now the transport from DauT is going to get hit by the fire ships. And I think... Unload!
He jumped into it, yeah. Well, it is
They're
good
trapped.
It is good real estate, right? Beautiful view.
They're trapped.
Gold.
They can't get out.
Well,
This is Gilligan's Island, Age of Empires edition. He's making a mining camp. No. If you were to show this to DauT before the series and show nothing but this screenshot, I think he would cry.
everyone would cry.
Good.
Just think about it. If we hide names and give DauT this game to cast in like 2 years, he completely forgot about it, and afterwards he goes to us like, Dave and Nili, why am I casting 1600 games?
Yeah, exactly. No one wants to watch casters. So DauT, he doesn't have demos, which is a huge problem for Koreans in Feudal Age because
Let's repair the fishing ships
he's
now.
hiding the fishing ships below the tower. He's repairing them. He just can't. He can't push back this water pressure. Like he's gonna have to outmass with fires, and he doesn't have the counter unit to fires.
Okay, now the question: will Yo lose a unit this game? KD at the moment is 6-0.
Oh no!
Back in 7-0.
DauT's desperately repairing the fishing ships, and they're all gonna die now. Oh jeez.
Let's waste some more food. And now the archer landing with the scout. Oh god, this is so brutal. Builds a defensive tower there. We'll probably lose 2-3 villagers. Oh god, look at how low they are.
No fletching for Yo. So
and run into the TC. Okay.
Yeah, they're gonna run into the TC. Obviously, he's got a villager on the island. Use that for the first outpost. Lucky for DauT, this side of the island isn't really that bad in terms of where his resource placement is. The important stuff's all on the other side, so Yo is not going to be able to do any damage really quickly.
And behind this, DauT did actually get a lot of fire ships out here. Military 11-6, some archers there, and DauT is pushing back on the water.
He can always retreat to the tower too, so that's very nice.
Yeah.
It was definitely planned.
Yeah, I think it wasn't a misclick to build the tower.
And DauT is housed. That's not good to see. But fortunately for him, he's got space on the island to make one, so that's good.
And that's like can also apply the logic. Oh, let's take a look at the demo ships. Ooh, 2 solid
Only
connections.
2. I think he's lucky to only lose 2 there, to be honest. I mean, he lost a lot of HP on that third one, but very, very lucky to only lose 2 fires in that situation. And another transport ship coming across from Mr. Yo.
And we have 3 more archers in there. I think he could have waited for 5. He still has 1, so 4 archers can do a lot. We now have the stable on the other side. DauT with a lot of map control all of a sudden, and suddenly he's only 4 population behind.
Only 2
looking
villagers
reasonable.
behind, yeah.
What are we seeing here, Dave?
I think...
Yeah, Yo is 50% up to Castle Age.
Yeah, but I I wasn't 100% sure about this landing, but now that he's up to Castle Age, he could get his units upgraded and do a ton of damage in DauT space. I love the walls from DauT. He's not risking anything here. Yeah, and he knows that there's a possibility of knights coming in, of more archers, potentially crossbows soon. Just wall off your base, try and win as much water control as you possibly can, and then maybe try and get those villagers in the center onto Yo's island at some point. And he's going into galleys, so if he manages to mass them, he can take quite a bit of control.
Let's take a look. Lag should be very minimal here, especially playing against Mr. Yo in comparison. And yeah, he's killing so much on the field here. Look at that. It was 7-0 KD and suddenly it's 11-9.
I don't know how this has happened here. Another tower from DauT too, in a pretty good location on his home island, right near the berries, defending against the potential units coming in from Mr. Yo. So it's going to be tougher. It's going to slow down Yo's push for sure, and Yo dropping a siege workshop.
Yeah. Honestly, this is the way how Mr. Yo can throw the game. If he does too much aggression on DauT's island now. Because DauT has massive amount of towers. He will have botgen. He will have watchtowers. And Yo, he could just lose everything. Nice wall too.
Demo raft coming out of this this dock, and all of those units are stacked. Do you remember the demo on the galleys yesterday that TaToH pulled off against DauT? He should spread his units apart.
That could be a lot of damage here. Oh boy. How much? What will we see? Is the waypoint?
And he's getting War Galley too. He's getting War Galley, so this could be.
Can he? Oh god, he connects there. Oh, there was so much damage. And not a single ship died, but hallelujah. That was, how much was that? Like 600 damage?
Yeah, that was 6 ships. All taking damage at the same time.
Okay, you're a bit behind, so maybe we can jump into
yours.
No. Collect it, show it, select those. Oh no, you missed it.
We missed it. It was too slow. It was too slow. We're not on the transition game yet. It's day 2. It's only day 2, and with those upgrades to his ships, every ship that Yo makes at this point is going to be so tough for DauT to take down.
I love this moment. Like, I was like, oh, how much damage was that?
And I'm like, watching it live.
You're mid-feudal age, and like, oh, that was a lot.
Oh my god, Yo actually doffed DauT's island, and he's fishing in the corner.
But not for long, my man.
Not for long, but the new metagame.
Oh, DauT the Punisher is around.
Yeah.
Well, DauT will take a nice lead here in population. Score is now pretty damn close as well. The knights aren't connecting. Ooh, Mangonel will grab some damage. DauT only now clicks up to Castle Age though.
I think he's done it. He's considering the position he was in. He's done a fairly good job in this game. Yeah. Like I did not see this coming, and Yo is desperately trying to get in past those walls. DauT is dropping more towers, and once he hits Castle Age, these towers are going to be significantly better.
Yeah. Like jumping from 700 to 1.5k HP.
Yep.
And extra range. That's so good. Also, I think more damage, right? And then you're suddenly doing 2 damage and such. It's really, really lovely. Still DauT getting control over the gold.
Another demo ship coming into the south.
And
DauT! DauT! Spread your units, man!
And look at that, he even lets the duck live!
Let it live! They can fight another day! 3 mangonels now for Mr. Yo on DauT's island. He's going to start pressuring that TC. He's definitely going to get to Castle Age before it can go down. The tower actually doing a decent job, too.
Yeah, surprisingly well here in Feudal Age. Knights are now jumping under the gold. Spearman can maybe defend this. We have 4 out here. DauT goes for another transporter. Sounds like another mission to me. How much stone does he have? He has 500 stone.
Oh, is this going to be the ultimate DauT castle?
Over here?
Potential with 4 villagers?
Getting up to 12%. The ultimate DauT castle.
He can support it with his galleys if he makes enough galleys.
Yeah, but still, you can easily build a defensive tower. Like, he can't build it on the island of Mr. Yo. Honestly, like, there should be vision everywhere. Like, if you build it here, that makes some sense, like, super far away. But I think defensively, maybe.
So the guard towers are working at the moment. It's really, really slowing down Mr. Yo's push. The spearmen were enough to scare away the knights. And I think DauT's actually going to kill the transport for Mr. Yo in the south as well. So that's, if he notices it, that's very good. Maybe not. There we go. Monks now from Yo to heal the Knights. I'm not 100% sure about that decision, but he definitely has the advantage, so.
DauT having trouble clicking the villager there or something.
Okay,
and this is
transport on
not
the way
really switching.
from DauT.
Oh, and the Mangonauts aren't really getting killed here. This is so weird. DauT is losing that tower, and now with that all the villagers, he's behind by 10 villagers.
He's landing. He's landing on Yo's Island.
Oh god, don't tell me. Don't tell
do
me.
it. Do it. Do
Okay,
it.
just the guard tower.
Guard towers. Okay, well, they're upgraded to guard towers, so it's going to be tougher. If he gets this down, it's going to be tough for Mr. Yo to remove these from his islands. Outposts from Mr. Yo on the base from DauT, and as we say, it's going to be tough for Mr. Yo to stop these towers from going up. It's going to be tough for DauT to stop this push from killing his entire eco.
Oh boy, and do you remember me
what we
26 minutes ago?
Yeah.
If DauT gets 2 towers up here,
Yeah.
he wins the game.
He wins the game, clearly. Well, he has middle control. He can hang out in the middle.
Everything,
Yeah.
Well, I might have been wrong on that one. TC is not looking too great here for Mr. DauT.
Oh, he's got a couple knights, but I think instead of defending, I think he's gonna send those to Yo's Island,
Ooh.
which.
Piggy.
I don't
defense
know.
upgrades. Well, Yo doesn't have too much now. What's the defensive market here? What do we have? Solid amount of resources with everything. Goes on to stone. Does he want to build a defensive castle here? Feels a bit like it. Huh.
Yep, there it is. Mr. Yo is dropping a defensive castle on the stones. If he gets this up, there's I don't think there's much hope for our boy here.
Yeah, 4 knights now out, and another knight landing. What is this? Both players landing knights.
No, in the same spot.
Oh, that's so good. Oh, and they're
In
now
the
running over.
same
But what
spot.
can they do? Oh, this is so sick.
DauT, I just want to point out right now that DauT is officially on the 0 TC push onto Yo's Island. He has negative town centers at the moment, and I don't even see a spot where he can legitimately place one. He doesn't even have enough wood for a lumber camp. He's dropping a monastery to defend against this. The castle is going up against his aggression on Yo's Island. He's got a mangonel of his own, but oh, he's really going to struggle here. He is struggling here.
The monk there, Mangonel goes down. Pop 41. I think there's not much going for him. Oh, now the knight's dying there as well. This could be a 3-0 for Mr. Yo.
He's certainly, you know what, though this game has had entertainment value galore.
Yeah, that's so true. And Yo still around with this one villager, and now healing her up again. That's so good.
Yeah.
Stays active there over and over again. And GG. Well played here. Mr. Yo is taking the 3-0 lead against Mr. DauT.
There were some swings there. I think both players knew what they needed to do to finish the game. Yo definitely knew what DauT needed to do.
Resign?
For potential to kill him,
Okay.
which is go onto those stones and those golds.
Yeah,
he reacted perfectly. DauT sending his transport ship right into the line of sight of the dock. That's just one of those things on islands where if you're landing, you can sometimes you can just get unfortunate, you know? And yeah, it just spiraled out of control after that. Him losing the transport and mining gold on the center, not exactly the play that you want to be going for in more situations, I think.
Yeah, just questionable. Like, how good are Koreans? And like, we are kind of here to figure out how good the civilizations are now with the new balance. And it felt that he did something pretty nice. Like, used his advantage with the towers, triple bonus on that one.
Yeah.
He wanted to go for the water. Nice wood bonus there as well for everything that is heavily in wood costs. So I think it's nice, but there are reasons why Italians, Japanese, and Vikings are our tier 1 picks for islands.
I think Koreans are good if you get lucky. If they don't spot where your landing is, if you place your dock in the right location, if they go the wrong way with their initial fire ships, like you have to have all those factors stack up, and then once you get that first tower down, then you can start building onto their island and push back their resources.
So they actually could be the best civilization if you think you're the weaker player.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like picking Spanish on Arabia back in the old days. If you get like a good map and you get conquistadors out,
Yeah.
then you're in a decent position and you can go toe to toe with the meta civilizations. I think Koreans on islands are somewhat similar to that.
Compare the food, Dave. It's really brutal here, man.
Oh, I don't even want to look at the
6.6K to 3K.
Oh no. Yeah, but look at that gold, man. That's like half of that's from the middle island.
Yeah, something like that, yeah. Someone stone for DauT, obviously. Wanted to go for the Thrush there. Solid Dark Age and Feudal Age from both players. DauT, I think if he is up to Castle Age 2 minutes earlier, he easily defends the Mangonel push.
Yeah, with the guard towers. Yeah,
guard towers against
he took
two
down that one
Mangonels.
watchtower by the berries. If that had been a guard tower, I don't think that goes down.
Yeah.
And I think he has more time to think about the landing as well.
Yeah. Oh man, that was a beautiful one. And thank you so much, Dave, for the great cast. Now we'll send you over to the interview with Mr. Yo. We will have coming up the next series will be kind of our main event of the evening with Mr. Liereyy against Viper. That will be cast by Hera and Turkman. You're allowed to go over now.
Oh, I'm allowed to go over.
Yeah.
And you how these things work yet, man.
Just throw them down and then everyone can blame the overlay guy if someone was muted or unmuted at the wrong spot. And oh, that's me up close. So now we have Hera and Villese in the books. And we had Yo against DauT just finishing. Then we will have... I don't even know what my right and left hand is. That's really weird. Okay, this one. Yeah, well, you can all read, guys. Viper against Liereyy will start pretty soon as well. As I said, Hera and Turkman. Hera and Ondo with the cast there. And then we have TaToH and TheMax for the late night session. So at the start of the day, we had the 4 players that didn't get any wins yet. And after that, we will have the 4 players that took wins yesterday. And I'm pretty excited for that. Whoa, I have to continue talking, apparently. So thanks, Mom, for tuning in. Thanks, everyone, for donating so kindly. And, oh, yeah, I can see Yo still sitting in front of his PC. They obviously need to plug out their gear so that the others can instantly jump on it. Viper against Liereyy. It is such a sick matchup. We had a show match, I believe, last Saturday? Or it might have been 2 Saturdays ago because we had so much Christmas and New Year's stuff going on. And we had a banger of a series there. 4-3 win for the Viper in the end. And one of the best series I've seen in a very long time. Probably since ECL Finals. And yeah, I'm just super happy on what a level Liereyy is performing. As you heard him earlier, he thinks that NAC 2, he wasn't really in his prime, and he's coming back, and he isn't fearing the Viper. He himself said in the interview earlier that he will win 3-2 as well. And why is Yo not setting himself up? Maybe he needs to do something. Oh, something urgent. It looks like he's going through the recorded games. What is he doing? I will go on his POV. I will see what urgent thing he needs to do. That's why he cannot do the interview. What? He just started the recorded game, left the PC. This is stuff I have to work with. I have something urgent to do. And just starts the recorded game and leaves. Liereyy interviewed someone today. We had 2 today. One done by him and one done with him. Well, I interviewed him once he interviewed me. And oh, I see the pretty boys now on the couch, heading it over to Mr. Dave, interviewing Yo, who just won 3-0. Oh, look at
Go, 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 go. Okay, so time for the interview. Mr. Yo,
hi.
Congratulations on the set, winning 3-0.
Thanks.
Do you feel good with that 3-0 after yesterday?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Did you expect 3-0 or did you expect DauT to maybe take a game?
Yeah, I expected him to win a game or 2.
Mm-hmm. So let's get right into the games. First game, Arabia.
Yes.
You picked Mayans, he picked Persians.
Yes.
What do you think about that matchup?
It's kind of weird that he picked Persian. Because normally people just pick Aztec or China or just Mayans. So it surprised me, but guess it's not a good choice at all.
No. What was your game plan there? So you saw you were really close in the map, and you decided just to go Drush FC and like delay as long as possible.
Yeah, I had a good map, so just FC seems like a good choice.
And then you managed. What were you feeling when you managed to like pick off one of his villagers on the gold? Were you just feeling like really confident?
Actually, I was sitting there for a while.
Yeah, you were hiding behind. Yeah.
I was waiting for his scout to show, and I think I might just hide there and then strike when his scout is in my base. And then I never saw his scout, so I just couldn't wait. And I find a good spot, and I kill 2 of his wheels. Then I think, okay, that's the game.
Yeah, and he was kind of chasing you after that the entire game.
Yes.
So going into game number 2, did you expect the Lithuanians pick from him?
No, not at all.
He was actually, before the game, he was checking the tech tree for the Lithuanians to try and figure out all their techs and see what he could go into. So I guess once you saw that pick, you knew he was going to go for relics, right?
Yes, it's so obvious.
But you still went with the Cumin feudal TC, and then as soon as you got up to Castle Age, you really prioritized killing his monks.
Yes, he was being greedy. If he wants to take the closer relic, he could have taken 2 or 3 when I can stop him. Yeah,
and you scouted the one near your base, and that was unfortunately for him.
Yes.
That was the very first. You also denied that TC, and did you send the scouts over there just to see if he would be going out for extra resources?
No, my scout was there to stop him from collecting the relic. Yeah, that was me being lucky.
Yeah. Sometimes you got to get lucky. You know?
Yes.
And then finally, I think you lost at one point you lost 5 trebuchets to him, and we were thinking, okay, this is his chance to come back. But you had so many stables spamming Step Lancer, and that fight was it was so decisive. Were you confident that you could win as soon as you saw how many elite skirmishers and stuff that he had?
Yes, I knew I would win. I have so many resources. Actually, at one point, I think I stopped making Step Lancer by accident. I don't know how. I have so many stables, but I don't have many units. So, but I knew. I knew I was going to win.
And then finally, the final game, Islands. Did you know he was going to go Koreans?
No. We were joking when we walk in. I was like, I will pick Korean just like you do. He was like, ha ha ha. I don't know.
And then when
you
you
go for real,
when you saw your map, you kind of figured that one area with all the stone and the gold. And then unfortunately for him, he had his transport beside your dock, so you followed it the entire way around.
Yes.
Yeah, and then basically at that point, you sent one villager across. And what were you thinking? You were just thinking, I need to deny him off my stone, or were you thinking I need to push his base, or what was the priority?
I knew the game was over when I saw his transport ship. I just thought, okay, you let me, I will lend you as well, just to be fair. Okay.
So any last thoughts on the series? How are you feeling going into tomorrow? You feeling good?
Yeah, I'm feeling better than yesterday. I don't know. I actually didn't feel so bad about yesterday. Yeah.
Well, Max is a good player.
Yes. He's a good player.
Yeah. Do you know who you're facing tomorrow?
No.
Okay.
No.
I guess we'll figure that out tomorrow.
Yeah, okay.
All right, thank you very much. Well done. 3-0 against DauT. Not many players can do that, so
thanks.
Good job.
Thanks. That's it?
Yeah, we're good.
You're good.